The room was louder than usual that morning. Cameras flashed like lightning, reporters whispered urgently, and every single seat inside the committee chamber was filled. Something big was about to happen. At the center of it all sat Donald Trump, leaning back in his chair with the same confident smirk the world had seen 1,000 times. Across the room, papers neatly stacked in front of her, sat Jasmine Crockett. But today, this wasn't going to be a normal political hearing. Today, Jasmine had brought something no one expected, and for the first time in a long time, Trump didn't know what was coming. The chairman's gavel struck the desk. Order. The committee will come to order. A quiet tension spread across the chamber. Jasmine Crockett slowly adjusted the microphone. Mr. Trump, she began calmly. Today, we're going to talk about two things you've mentioned many times over the years. Trump leaned forward. Oh, really? He said with a slight grin. This should be good. Jasmine held up a thin folder. Your birth certificate and your IQ test. The room instantly erupted with murmurs. Reporters leaned closer. Even Trump's smile faded slightly. Jasmine opened the folder and pulled out a document. You've often questioned other people's birth certificates, she said. Trump shrugged. Just asking questions. Nothing wrong with that. Jasmine nodded slowly. Exactly. Just asking questions. Then she placed the paper on the desk. So today, Mr. Trump, we're asking about yours. The cameras zoomed in. Trump tilted his head. What about it? Jasmine looked directly at him. Well, there are two versions. The room went silent. Trump blinked once. Two? He repeated. Yes, she replied. Two? Jasmine lifted another sheet of paper. One version says one thing. She raised the second. And the other says something completely different. Reporters started whispering rapidly. Trump leaned forward. That's ridiculous. Jasmine didn't smile. Is it? She slid both documents toward the center table. Because these came from two different archives. Trump's lawyer immediately leaned toward him, whispering urgently. For the first time that day, Trump looked uneasy. The second question. Jasmine wasn't finished. She picked up another folder. This brings us to the second issue. Trump sighed loudly. Oh boy. You've said many times, Jasmine continued, that you have a very high IQ. Trump leaned back again. Very high, he said confidently. Probably higher than most people in this room. Some reporters chuckled quietly. Jasmine nodded again. Great. Then she lifted a sealed envelope. Because today, we actually have something interesting. Trump squinted. What is that? Jasmine placed the envelope on the desk. An IQ test record. The room gasped. Trump laughed suddenly. That's fake. Jasmine didn't move. Is it? Jasmine opened the envelope slowly. Inside was a single page. She slid it across the desk. Mr. Trump, is this your signature? Trump looked down. And for the first time, he didn't answer immediately. 5 seconds passed. 10 seconds. The entire room waited. Cameras clicked rapidly. Trump stared at the paper, then back at Jasmine, then back at the paper. 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds. The silence became unbearable. By the time 83 seconds had passed, the room felt frozen in time. Finally, Trump leaned back and laughed. You know what this is? He said. A political stunt. The room erupted again. Jasmine folded her hands calmly. Maybe, she replied, or maybe it's just another question. Trump shook his head. You people love questions. Jasmine nodded slowly. Yes, we do. Then she leaned toward the microphone. And the American people love answers. The chairman raised the gavel again, but before he could speak, Jasmine said one last thing. Mr. Trump? Trump looked at her. If the documents are wrong... She paused. Then proving it should be easy. The room went silent again. Trump stared at the papers on the desk, and for the first time that morning, even the cameras seemed to stop moving, because the real question wasn't what Jasmine Crockett had revealed. The real question was something else entirely. Would Trump prove her wrong? Or would the mystery only grow bigger? And that day, inside a room full of cameras and reporters. Two simple questions shook the entire chamber: a birth certificate and an IQ test. But sometimes, the loudest moment in politics isn't a speech, it's 83 seconds of silence.